Why is this thing not fixed? What does that mean? Welcome again to Military Guna TV. Thank you very much for joining me, people. What is happening? What is happening? Alright, so definitely I want to speak about George Graham, Arsenal famous 1-0 to the Arsenal coach. Also Stan Kroenke. Definitely we're speaking about Stan Kroenke. We have a lot to talk about as well, and what George Graham said about Stan Kroenke and what the club should do moving forward. So let me get a bit of information on that and see what I bring to you guys. If you're new here, please guys hit the like button. Also subscribe if you like the content as well. But guess what? This is Military Guna TV. Thank you very much for joining me, and let's get into the details. Now, so we all know George Graham. Every Arsenal fan, if you're an Arsenal fan, you have to know George Graham. If you're an Arsenal fan, you have to know George Graham. 1-0 to the Arsenal. Definitely, our Arsenal fan have to know that 1-0 to the Arsenal. So, first thing first, I want to get into his stats as a manager. So guess what? So he has as a manager in the Premier League record. He played 287 games, 102 wins, draws 91 draw, and 94 losses. So his winning rate is actually superiorly higher than his losses. Goals that he had scored as a manager of the club is 338 and conceded 297. And it is quite similar. It's quite close. It is really, really quite close. Big up, Randy. Big up for joining. Hit it in the chat room. Big up, bro. Big up. Thank you for joining. Glad to have you here. Really happy to have you here, bro. The problem is that Kroenke has been invested, but the recruitment team is doing a bad job. I agree, and the board are not managing the contract. I agree. I definitely agree. But look at last transfer window when Mikel Arteta clearly said that he wanted Osem Or and Thomas Partey. And look at when the team actually take the next step. Was when we integrate Emil Smith-Rowe in the number 10 position. Because previously we were playing with a back three and it was really hurting us. We're getting smashed all over the place. But since we integrated Smith-Rowe, moved to the back four position, 4-2-3-1 formation, we saw where the team get an uprise, and that was since the Chelsea game. But let us see how we can do. Yes, we can say Stan Kroenke, he do invest in the team, but does he invest enough? Does he really and truly invest enough into the club? What he's investing, is that significant to take the club? Is that significant to take the club to the next level? They want Arsenal to invest like Man City. No. I don't want Arsenal to invest like Man City. You don't have to invest like Man City. You don't need to invest like Man City. Proper recruiting. I always talk about proper recruiting. That tells you a lot about the club you support. How they recruit players. But the thing is, yes, we can recruit quality players. We definitely can recruit quality players. But isn't it good to have a marquee signing, someone that can come in and hit the ground running immediately? Someone that can come and hit the ground running immediately. It's always important to have someone like that who can come in the team and hit the ground running. So it's the second highest net spend in the league for the last 5 years. Alright, so net spend is actually bad. High net spend is not good. It's not a good thing. It means that we are selling players, we're purchasing players, but we're not selling players to balance the books. That is the reason why we have been in such a massive loss. It is good to say we're the net spend high, but guess what? We're not balancing our books. Yes, we might say, but look at Chelsea. People are going to say, Chelsea has this and that. When Chelsea purchase a player, they purchase a player for a large lump sum of money. But look at it when Chelsea are selling a player. They still get the reward. So that is the reason why our net spend is always going to be high. Because we don't market our players. We don't do our marketing properly. So yes, the board has a lot to do with it. Guys, please hit the like button. Please hit the like button. The board has a lot to do with it as well. But the recruitment has been totally crap. The recruitment has been totally crap. And you can see where, you can definitely see where we have been recruiting much better right now. Yeah, I can say we are recruiting way better right now. But you can definitely see where. So if this is George Graham, he's a former manager. He's a former manager stating that Stan Kroenke definitely needs to invest. Yes, we know that Arsenal is not at the highest point, at the best place that we wish it would be. But guess what? This is what's written in football.london. And it says, Stan Kroenke told to splash over 300 million on 3 transfers to build Mikel Arteta's dream squad. That is not likely. Definitely that is not likely. Mikel Arteta needs to be given money to improve his playing squad at the Emirates Stadium. Now, Arsenal will need a significant cash injection in order to start competing for the Premier League title again. We all agree, as Arsenal fans, we all agree with that. This is the view of legendary former manager George Graham. And if someone like George Graham is standing on the outside seeing that, it means a lot. Partey was a marquee signing, not Kroenke's fault. He hasn't hit the ground running. Partey definitely, I won't say Partey has hit the ground running, but he has definitely shown that he has the potential. And when he plays, he's always a significantly the better midfielder on the pitch. Even a half-fit Thomas Partey is evidently better than most midfielders in the Premier League. So definitely. Alright, so what if we could sign a Thomas Partey and maybe sign a defender at the marquee level after Thomas Partey? Solidifying our defense, solidifying our midfield, and getting another attacking midfield like that, with that ilk. So Graham, who soured his relationship with the Gunners supporters when he took over as manager of their fierce North London rivals in 1998. Won 2 league titles, 1 FA Cup and 2 League Cups while in charge of Arsenal from 1986 to 1995. The Gunners enjoyed much more success during the Arsene Wenger years, but Graham thinks any glory like that is a long way off, unless notoriously owner Stan Kroenke dip in his pocket and help out with the transfer market this summer. And that is what he believes. And I would agree in some sense with that. Speaking to our friends at the Express, George Graham believes Mikel Arteta is doing a good job at Emirates, despite the fact that the side is 10th in the league table. And only way he will improve things is money to spend. So Arsenal have signed. When Arsenal got the money, we signed Gabriel Magalhaes. We also signed Thomas Partey. We brought in Willian. Willian was basically a free. So not gonna hold anything against that. But definitely, these are the quality players that Mikel Arteta sees, and it signifies the type of players that he's going in for. This signifies the type of players that Mikel Arteta is going in for. And if he goes for a player like a Thomas Partey, big up football Brownie. Big up. There's no guarantee Osemara would hit the ground running. There's none whatsoever. There's no guarantee Osemara. I agree. I can attest to that. There was none. But the problem is, if you don't have the quality, you won't be sure if the quality won't come out. What if he hit the ground running? What if he doesn't hit the ground running? Look at Buendia. Arsenal went for Buendia in January transfer window, and we didn't get Buendia. What if we got in a Buendia, a Thomas Partey in our midfield? In a midfield 3, we have a Odegaard, Buendia, and a Thomas Partey. In the attacking 3, we have Saka on the right, Pepe on the left, and Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang up front. You can't tell me that wouldn't be a better side than what we have right now. I believe that would have been a better team than what we have now. Football with Brownie. So this is what I'm saying, guys. So we have Cedric Soares at right back. Think about this. Cedric Soares at right back. Centre back pairing of Gabriel Magalhaes and maybe a marquee signing, a marquee defense signing. Maybe say would have definitely we have gotten William Saliba, fully fit William Saliba, who is gunning. At left back, Tierney. In the midfield now, we have a midfield 3 of Thomas Partey, Odegaard, and Emiliano Buendia, or Osem or. And up front, we have Nicolas Pepe, Bukayo Saka, and Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. Wouldn't you consider that a significant upgrade? Thoughts on AC celebrating Son's injury? No, I'm not up for that. Honestly, I'm not up for that. I don't think you should be celebrating no player's injury, because the same thing could really could reach us as well. So it's not a nice thing to celebrate a player's injury. Not a nice thing. I wouldn't celebrate a player's injury. I didn't celebrate, but yesterday it was a relief, but I didn't celebrate. It just made the game a bit more easier for us, but it's not something that you should celebrate, because what if, God forbid, touch wood, Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang should get an injury, or even Thomas Partey gets an injury? We would suffer. We would definitely suffer. But George Graham is stating that Arsenal have to dip in the transfer market to get some significant spending and purchase real quality players to move the club forward right now, because George Graham believes that Mikel Arteta is doing a good job. That is what he believes. He believes that Mikel Arteta is doing a good job. I'd be a liar if I haven't celebrated another player's injury in the past. I won't say I didn't celebrate, but it's just like a relief. Kind of they get a relief feeling that things are going to be a bit easier for you. Yeah, something like that. You just think something's going to be a bit easier. I've seen Hurricane injured, yes, and I wanted to celebrate, but nah, I just didn't. But guys, definitely this is what I wanted to talk to you guys about. I'm not sure if there's actually much Arsenal news in the headline today. So if there's any, let me just run through them as well. Definitely just run through all Arsenal news. I know you guys love Arsenal news. Anything that is happening, you guys want to be a part of. Definitely. All right, so Roy Keane agrees with Gilberto Silva about Arsenal stars Thomas Partey following the Tottenham win. So let us hear what Roy Keane has to say, and also Gilberto Silva. So Arsenal tested victory in the North London Derby for the first time since December 2018. Wow. On Sunday afternoon, defeating Tottenham Hotspurs 2-1. Guys, I want you to answer questions for me. When last did Arsenal team beat a Mourinho team, Jose Mourinho team in the league? When last did that happen? When was the last time that happened? 80 million. Randy Viper said, I think that is too much. Definitely 80 million. Come on, that is way too much. So it has never happened. So it's actually the first that has happened, right? It's the first. It significantly goes to tell that we are improving. And Mikel Arteta has instilled something. Even though we can see the fragile mentality in the last 15 to 20 minutes of the game, but it significantly shows that we are improving. Remember the last time we played them? We dominated the game, but they still slapped us all over the place. Definitely. Let me see what they were saying. Okay, so Gilberto Silva said the Brazilian, when asked if he thought Thomas Partey was the best defensive midfielder he has seen at the Emirates since recently, he said, I guess so. In my opinion, I agree with you. So Gilberto Silva believes that Thomas Partey is the best defensive midfielder he has seen at the Emirates since recent years. I'll be going into that soon, bro. I'll be getting to that stream right after this. I just want to talk a little bit about Arsenal, then I'll be getting into that. I'll show you I'll explain to you the reason why he was man of the match. So he's a good player. He's the type of player Arsenal are missing. I've spoken about this a couple of times, a couple of months ago, that he has the quality. They have good players in the central midfield position, but not to sit and give Arsenal the stability that they need, in which Thomas Partey has now provided. Look at the game against Spurs. It was great to see how he managed his game, how he managed the position, helping his teammates. So as you guys, as a professional football player, Gilberto Silva is explaining to you guys, someone plays in that position, explain to you guys that Thomas Partey manages his position on the pitch, or it helps his teammates, or it makes their job far, far easier. Yes, we as fans, we might say, yes, he makes a few missed passes, a few eager passes where he pass the ball and lose it quite simply. Definitely we have seen that, but it makes everyone's job way, way easier. You know what is very important about this particular position? This is a very particular position because every time you get credit, you deserve. So it's okay, it's fine, because you have to understand that. But this guy, when he understands the position like Partey, look at his game. He made others look a lot better. And if you can make Granit Xhaka look really good, it means that you are quality. If you can make Granit Xhaka look really good, it makes Granit Xhaka look like a better player in the game. It makes the defenders look a lot better and comfortable when the ball was against them. Definitely. I think the way he manages I think the way he manages game, the way he positions himself is very important for Arsenal. He's the kind of player Arsenal have needed for quite a long time, in my opinion. So Football Brownie said, in my opinion, George Graham was a better manager than Wenger. Wenger was very lucky to have inherited George Graham's famous back five, because over the years, Wenger brought in one proper defender in Sol Campbell. Woo! That's a big claim. That's a massive, massive claim. All right, so yes, he inherited. Quite so often we have seen managers inherited better team. And as you said, Brownie, that you think that Arsene Wenger inherited George Graham back five. It is also to understand that you can inherit a team and still can't provide the results with that team and still play poorly with that team. So Arsene Wenger inherited that team, and a year later or so, he went on to go invincible with a team, with a more established team. Remember now, Arsene Wenger brought in the likes of Thierry Henry. You have to remember that Arsene Wenger brought in these guys, and you have to respect that. You have to respect that. You definitely have to respect that, because these guys became a legend. Arsene Wenger brought in Arsenal's greatest legend, I believe, which is Thierry Henry. There's so much good quality player right across the board, but if you should ask about any one of those great legends that have played for Arsenal, who they believe is the best player that Arsenal should ever produce, and I can guarantee you, most of those legends, those Arsenal legends, will tell you that it's Thierry Henry. I think it's way too early to tell what with Thomas Partey if he's good or not. No, it's not early. You can see the quality. He's oozing class all over the field. Definitely, he has been oozing class, and it is significant. You can see how easy he makes the game look. But remember now, Thomas Partey is not 100% fit. What is going to happen when he reaches 100%? The Brazilian is not alone in suggesting that Thomas Partey will be an important player for the Gunners, as former Manchester United midfielder Roy Keane made similar admission back in January. So Gilberto Silva is admitting that Thomas Partey is quality midfielder. Also Roy Keane, and this is from an opposition fan. This is from an opposition point of view. Someone who has no ties to Arsenal, who don't want to hype us up. And he's saying that Thomas Partey exhibit the class and who's the class that Arsenal has been needed for the longest time. Following the Gunners' goalless draw with the United at Emirates Stadium, Keane waxed lyrically about Thomas Partey's qualities and backed him to become a big player for the Gunners. Roy Keane told Sky Sports he came in on a transfer deadline day, so he never got quite up to the speed. So it wasn't a surprise that he got injured. And that is quite understanding. That is coming from a professional football player, an ex-professional football player. He understands the criteria, the necessities to move on and transition into a new league. He's going to be a big player for Arsenal over the next few years. His track record, he's used to playing in the biggest games. We know the important role in the middle of the park for Arsenal. They have lacked the physical presence for so long. And you know, Roy Keane and Patrick Vieira has been fighting. So Roy Keane could be possibly looking at Thomas Partey and said he reminds me so much of Patrick Vieira back in our days when we were going at it, going for those big challenges, going for those league titles. So that is it, guys. Definitely, Stan Kroenke has been attacked basically by George Graham, informing George Graham that he needs to invest. You need to put in some form of money in this club for us so we can progress and get the quality player that we need. Also, even in that sense, remember now we had to cut the recruiting squad because of cost-cutting measures, and that also could hamper our move into the future of the club. So definitely. So guys, thank you very much for tuning in. This has been Military Guna TV. I do appreciate that you guys are here. Thank you guys. Guess what? I am out.